name is Emma Janice Kamensu, a financial literacy champion, and here we talk all matters personal finances. In this video, we'll be talking about habits that are keeping you broke. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. Welcome. So the first habit that is keeping you broke is something called lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation, which is basically when your income increases, you also increase your spending. So say you got a salary increment, maybe you were earning a net of 100,000 and it went to 150,000. Now you feel the need to upgrade your life immediately. What used to be a luxury now becomes a necessity. So maybe you couldn't afford to eat out most of the time, but now with the increased income, you now feel the need to always eat out. So what this makes you do is that you end up spending all the money that you are earning, and it does not improve your life considerably or in a way that is going to create more value for you in the future. So if when you get an increment, consider taking some time to really question if you really need to upgrade everything. Do you really need to buy that new car? Do you really need to move to a new house? Do you really need to change your children's school? Like, just consider those elements before you make that decision. The other thing that you need to consider is, okay, for some people, that increment, maybe previously you were living maybe paycheck to paycheck, and so this one could just maybe come and fix your life in a way that now you're not living on survival mode. But if maybe you are in debt, for example, instead of being in a hurry to increase your expenditure on unnecessary things, consider things like, reducing your debt. Yeah. So this is one of the biggest reasons why we say that it's not even about the money that you make, it is how you spend that money. You'll find that someone who is earning less can even be able to save more or do more with their money if you don't feel the need to always upgrade your lifestyle. The second habit that is keeping you broke is what we call keeping up with the Joneses. And it's not just your neighbors like it used to be a long time ago. Nowadays, the Joneses are everywhere. Social media, you see people buying things, you see people traveling. You do not know their income situation. You do not know if they have been paid to do or it's been catered for by the employer. And because of this societal pressure and peer pressure and all these things, you want to be like them. And so you end up spending money that you probably do not have or that could have been put to better use. So it is very important to be grounded in what you want as a person. Like, have your personal finances in order. Have the goals that you want to achieve as a person. Don't follow people blindly. Have your own goals, and this one will help you not to keep up with the Joneses. The other factor that is keeping you broke is what we commonly term as FOMO, or fear of missing out. Yeah, and many of us are affected by this. It is very closely related to keeping up with the Joneses, but it affects you like just because someone else is doing something. Yeah, you also want to do it. And this is so that you can get societal appreciation. Yeah, you want people to recognize you. You want people to see that you have money. So when other people are doing things, you also do them. When you see people buying clothes, designer clothes, you also want to buy so that people can see that you wear designer clothes. This fear of missing out is going to keep you broke for a very long time because you're not even doing it for your own satisfaction. You're doing it to appease people that you do not even know. And honestly, everyone's finances are different, so you cannot base your decisions on wanting to please other people. The other habit that is keeping you broke is not having a budget. Yeah, you just earn money, you do not know how you spend it. You just spend money. You do not have a scheduled way or an elaborate plan of how you're going to spend your money month on month. So how is this keeping you broke? Because you're not keeping track of your expenses. You do not know where the leakages are. You do not know where you need to cut on spending. You do not know what not to spend on. So you'll find that most of the time, we say that there's money left at the end of the month, but for you, you'll always have a month left at the end of the money. Like, it will never be enough. So it keeps you in the rat race every time, probably living paycheck to paycheck. It is very important, if you want to take your personal finances seriously, it's very important to have a budget, to know exactly where every coin goes. The other habit that is keeping you broke is expensive debts, especially consumption debts. Some of us have, especially mobile loan debts, credit card debts, that every other month you're paying a lot of interest. It is keeping you broke because you're spending money that you shouldn't be spending really. So if you're going through this, you may want to consider either transferring the debts you have to institutions where you can get like cheaper debt, but also you shouldn't even be having consumer debt. Consumer debt is when you take your credit card and swipe to buy food, to buy, like, you want to eat out, for entertainment, you want to buy clothes. Yeah, so you swipe your card or you take a mobile money loan to spend on such things. They are keeping you broke because the interest rates are quite high, and really you shouldn't be spending on such things. So you may want to consider paying off your debt. Have a plan of how you're going to reduce your debt, paying off expensive debt first, so that you do not stay broke. The other habit that is keeping you broke is not prioritizing savings. For some people, they consider saving as what you do after you finish spending. Like, when you pay all your bills, maybe what remains is what you can consider to save. But ideally, you should save first. Pay yourself first. Saving is paying yourself first. So save first, yeah, so that you have some cushioning in case anything happens, But if you constantly spend every coin that you earn and you don't have saving, you'll always be broke, and you'll always be dependent on having a job, or you're always thinking about bills and everything. So it is very important to start creating like even an emergency fund, so that with time it can give you freedom, it gives you freedom. So the habit of not saving keeps you constantly broke, because you're also not investing in your future. You don't have money for investments. And the only way you can grow your wealth, not your income, how you can start growing your wealth, is to start investing slowly. Yeah, start keeping some money away so that you start investing slowly, and it keeps you from being broke.